Welcome to ImmoParse. My name is Sam. I am your digital assistant at ImmoParse, and today I will show you how to quickly and easily add comparison points to a valuation report. By including comparison points in a valuation report, you build a strong and compelling case. Let's see how to proceed in ImmoParse. There are 3 ways to add comparison points to an estimation report: from the fill-in assistant, from the search function, and from one of your lists. If you choose the fill-in assistant, a pop-up window will appear where you indicate the location and nature of the property. It must, of course, be an exact address. For this example, we are taking 16 Heliport Avenue in Brussels. It is an apartment. Next, the characteristics of the property are requested. Very often, our database will already know some characteristics based on historical data. That's why we click on Search for Characteristics. Based on these known characteristics, you can complete this step by filling in or modifying the information using your property data. We click on Next. We will now search for comparison points. First, we specify how far back in time we want to go. I choose 3 years from today. We click on Search. ImmoParse offers 10 comparison points spread across 2 tabs. You can view them by clicking on the photos. If you believe a comparison point is not suitable for this estimate, you can remove it by clicking on the cross. This way, you can review the suggestions and determine your final selection. We then add our comparison points to the estimate report by clicking on Fill. If we then return to comparison points, we see here that our selection has been added to the estimate report. A second way to add comparison points is to use the search function. We click on it and we arrive at the ImmoParse search function. We enter the address and the type of property again. We then click on Search. ImmoParse needs a few seconds to consult the database, and we finally get a list of relevant comparison points for the specified address and criteria. We can now click on a comparison point. If, after analysis, we decide that the comparison point is suitable for the appraisal report, we can click on the arrow at the top. Finally, we add the comparison point to our evaluation report. If our evaluation report is not on the list, we can also search for it using this field. We click on Done. If we now return to our evaluation report, we see that the comparison point has been added to our file. One last way to add comparison points is to use one of your lists. We click here and access the lists function. If you are not familiar with this function, we also have a video about it. For this example, we assume that a list has already been created. We click on this list. We click on a comparison point, and we add it again to our estimate report in the same way as before. If we now return to our estimate report, we see that the comparison point has been added to our file. To conclude this video, I would like to review the export options. Under Add Comparison Points to the report, we have the following options. Export fully as an attachment, including all photos and descriptions. Export concisely, limiting to 1 photo and a brief description per comparison point. Or do not export. The points are used for evaluation, but are not added to the report. We also have the option to export the comparison points in table form. We can choose between compact, detailed, or just the map. Finally, it is possible to anonymize the comparison points. In this case, the house number is not mentioned in the comparison point. Do you want to try it yourself? Visit immoparse.be and leave your contact information at the bottom of the page to benefit from a free 14-day demonstration and discover for yourself how easy it is to create a solid and convincing file with ImmoParse. Would you like to know more? Follow us on social media and check out our other tutorials. Thank you for watching, and see you soon.